Hello everyone and welcome to another I Pick My Butt video, more Survivor.io and the new event with Santa hats and lottery tickets. This is actually a lot of fun and we can get a ton of rewards out of this. Supposedly you can get almost 7,000 of these Santa hats just by completing all the missions, but it's not as easy as it sounds. So in this video, we're going to help you out with some of the best ways to get some of these things a lot quicker, and it is pretty easy. And we're going to go over what's the best thing to use these Santa hats on so you can really make sure you're getting the best deal out of it all. Now, I grabbed a bunch of screenshots from the official Discord. You can see Darren posted this one here for the play main chapters. It looks like we can do it 100 times, and the max rewards will be 1,470 of those Santa hats. And, oh yeah, 30 lottery tickets too, by the way. But we don't actually have to play them. We can just go in and just enter a chapter and then back out of it, and it'll still count towards our total. And when it comes to the chests, we can get the same amount of rewards, but we have to open up 300 chests, which is a little difficult. You can see me, I was spamming it pretty good with just opening the 80 gem cost one, and you figure it's going to cost about 24,000 gems if you want to hit all 300, if you were just going and purchasing them all like I was doing right here. Now, the daily challenge one, that might be a little bit more difficult because you do need to claim all 3 chests there for at least 6 of the 7 days, but we can get another 500 hats from that and 20 of the lottery tickets. The quick patrols, we can get our 1470 hats and 30 lottery tickets. I recommend doing this either first thing in the morning or at night when you're really not playing the game and have a good amount of energy. And it looks like to complete this fully, you will have to have one of the monthly passes. Otherwise, the max you'll be able to get is 28 of them. And for defeating the monsters, the best deal still is throwing the shiny wrist guard on and going in and playing Chapter 4. When I was going and just continuously running, I was hitting about 171,000 enemies. And if I just sat there the whole time and did nothing, I was getting about 167,000 or 168,000. There also is 7 days of login, which is going to give a total of 350 hats and 14 of the lottery tickets. But don't forget about the daily event. You can do this once a day, and it's pretty much 3 minutes of trying to kill this Santa Claus figure. It's an easy way to go, and you get a decent amount of hats. You can get a total, I think, of 210 hats, and I think you also get 7 tickets out of it. But don't forget about this floating present on here. If you go and watch an ad, you can get 10 hats out of that. If you click the little tab down the bottom right, you can get a hat that you can put on for a costume for your common hero. But now we know how to get all these things, what do we actually spend them on? And this is where I'm saying screw the light chaser, screw the eternal suit. Go for the tech parts first, and the attack ones to be specific on these. And when you go and purchase these things, they're going to end up in that little tab thing which shows all your items and gear. It kind of looks like a square on the right hand side of your screen. That's where you're going to go in and select your tech part. You can pick the same one over and over again, but for any player that doesn't have Med Excellent yet, you want to make sure you're grabbing one of each of these. If you already have Med Excellent, you really want to try to at least take one and get it up to the epic, or at least get a little bit the ones that you use the most to get them up to their highest rarity or highest level possible. And from there, your next priority should be the defensive tech parts, and do the same process. If you don't have any of them, definitely get them, and then work on leveling up the ones that you use the most. From there, if you don't have a light chaser or an eternal suit at epic rarity, I'm going to say go for those, but other than that, go for the actual just regular weapons and armor. They're only 150 and you can get 8 of them, where the light chaser is going to be 1,600. You can get 8 of these things for about 2/3 the price of what the light chaser is. And when it comes down to it, you're going to need these things to burn eventually to allow other items to upgrade. But like I said, that's just me. I already got my light chaser at legend. I have the eternal suit at legend. If I had both of them sitting at excellent, I'd be sure enough to grab one. But at this point, it just doesn't make sense to me when I need those other items to burn. And I should probably say, if you're into cosmetics, make sure you spend 100 on the frame because you'll probably never see it again. But for me, I really care less about the frame itself. But there is an event going on right now on the Facebook event where you can go and get a frame for that just by going and signing in. I'll have a link in the description if you don't know about it already. But I'm really curious to know what you guys are going for during this whole event. Let me know in the comments below. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.